Do you relate well to being spiritual and not religious? Are you looking to transform your life to have greater purpose and experience more joy and abundance? If you are, you've come to the right place. Welcome. I'm Neil Pinkman, the spiritual director for the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. Over the past 2 decades, our open and affirming, diverse community has helped countless people in the same way. Enjoy watching. If you like what you see, check us out at cslnj.org.
All right, good morning. All right, welcome once again to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. Yeah, that was nice. Can we do better than that? Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. There we go. Where we are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind teaching empowers you. We believe that heaven and hell are states of consciousness that you experience in this lifetime, and that you are the architect of your life, and that it is never too late to know true happiness. All right. I'd like to thank some people, including some hosts, some SOME hosts. Cindy Odell, so thank you, Cindy. Thank you to Neil for hosting our meditation this morning. Thank you for Evelyn for being our practitioner of the day. Thank you, Ty and David, for providing this music. And thank you, Brian Piatkowski, for being the host today.
That's right, we're rolling.
And let us proceed to our opening chant with Ty and David.
So as always, we invite you to close your eyes, listen to the words, let them envelop you, fill you, and at any point if you feel compelled to join in, please do. Let's take a deep breath. And let's listen to the word of God in the silence. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. I find God, I find myself. In the silence there's peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. I find God. I find myself.
Yes. The silence is where, excuse me. How do I need to, no, there we go. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, the silence is where I can connect with my divine source. Spirit is found in the silence. And so I breathe, and I breathe in the goodness of Spirit, knowing that the love of Spirit is everywhere present. It is within me, it is within each one of us. It is expressing itself as each one of us. I love to feel the presence of Spirit because it's never farther away than my next breath. It is a touchstone. It is a place to return to when things get to be chaotic, or if fear threatens to overtake me. I'm grateful to be in the presence of Spirit. Oh, and so on this, excuse me, on this beautiful morning, I am grateful for the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey. I'm grateful for every person in this room, every person watching online, whether live right now or on the recording. I'm grateful for this beautiful community where we can all agree that it is our consciousness that is the thing that we can tap into to shift our experience. When we know that when we change our thinking, we can change our experience. And so I'm grateful to know that. I'm grateful for this beautiful textbook that reminds me that my word is the law whereunto it is spoken. And so I don't have to feel at the mercy of anything outside of myself. And I'm grateful for community and for just the beautiful feeling of love and acceptance. And so I bless the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey and everyone everywhere. I pray for peace in this world. I pray for love and understanding, mutual understanding. And I pray for joy, that each one of us would find the source of our joy within and express that to the people around us. Yes. And so I release this word into the law, the perfect law which always says yes. I allow it to be so. Please close with me by saying, and so it is.
So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. I find God, I I find myself.
And now I'd like to invite you to join with me in reading our September affirmation. I tune into the peace at the center of my soul, knowing that the peace I wish to see starts here within me. It starts with me, it stays with me. Peace is what I know and the essence of who I am. I live in this state of inner peace, and I radiate my peace to the rest of the world, one person at a time. I know that my community is building a global community of people who choose love and peace, one person at a time. And so it is. Yes, 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 yes. And now it's time for one of our most favorite parts of our Sunday morning celebration, where we stand up and unmute ourselves, whether we're here or online, and greet each other with warm greetings.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There he is.
All right, Jameson. Oh. Okay, so it's time for our peace practice. We have no candles, so you have to envision the 3 candles because we can't light flames in here. 4 candles, sorry, 4 candles. So the peace practice, as a mother who put 3 children through school, I'm trying to do this without.
I feel you.
Ooh. I remember a time before there was a thing on the news called school shootings, which I always thought those 2 words don't go together.
No.
When I was actually literally in labor with my 2nd child, there was a school shooting on the news, and there was TV screens up in the corners of the labor room, and the nurses were like, and I said, can we turn them off? I can't. And so for whatever reason now, whenever I see the school shootings and the kids scattering and they're on the field, and it just really touches my heart. My heart goes out to the mothers and the fathers, even the fathers who bought the guns. And I just pray for peace in this world. I just pray for peace, that future generations like Jameson and his children will not know what that word school shooting means. And so I will say, I am the peace I wish to see.
I am the peace I wish to see.
I know this peace for my family.
I know this peace for my family.
My family knows this peace for my community.
My family knows this peace for my community.
My community knows this peace for the world.
My community knows this peace for the world.
And so as we have our imaginary candles here, let's just envision the flame burning in the hearts of everyone, and have everyone be determined that we will never see headlines like that again. And that all of those big giant guns will be put away somewhere, and that kids can feel safe walking through the doors of their schools. Okay, so, and I know that wasn't the only one. Somebody said it was like I can't remember the number, this year in 2024. It wasn't the only one that's happened this year.
400 and something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw. Anyway. All right. So I have the reading to do. Let me pull it together. All right, so this reading comes from, of course, The Science of Mind. It's on page 497 in Other Teachings from the New Testament. It's called Constant Prayer. Pray without ceasing. This means to always to be always on the affirmative side of life. To pray without ceasing is to doubt never, but to always trust the law of good. This inner communion is essential to the soul and natural to the mind. It is a constant recognition of our relationship to that presence in which we live and move and have our being. In everything, give thanks. An attitude of gratitude is most salutary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven. How we love to do for those who cooperate with and are grateful for our small endeavors. Gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence and is crowned in heaven with a consciousness of unity. Thank you.
So, I just want to again invite you back from your homes, back into the room where you can feel this beautiful vibration of all these beautiful people in person. So you who can still get up out of the bed, who I know Saturday was rough, but get up on Sunday, get energized. Come down here to where we are and get energized, get loved on, have fun, see these beautiful faces that right now you can't see, but we're working on the technology, and just feel the spirit. You know what you're gonna feel? Feel the spirit in the house. Spirit in the house. Come on. Done my time, I'm so tired. I give up on my sinful mind. I'm not working, I'm no good. I need if I only could find the spirit in the house. Spirit in the house. Yeah. Light says stop, I go through. Pull me over, said the man in blue. Son, you know what you done did. I say yes, I ran a light up red. What's your hurry? Why the race? Why you trying to keep the pace? Take your time now, it's alright. God's the answer if you can't hide from the spirit in the house. I hear you. Spirit in the house. Let's sing that together one more time. Spirit in the house. Spirit in the house. You sound good. Well, I'm on fire, how about you? Can't you feel the spirit God in you? I say home, home is where love's alive when you know it well. In the spirit, in the house. Spirit in the house. And you can only feel it when you're in this house. The spirit in the house. Spirit in the house. Let's do that one more time. It's feeling good. Feel the spirit in the house. Spirit in the house. for Jamie, Easter. Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. Yeah.
Jamie Lula.
Jamie Luma too, that's right.
Oh, and what a house this is, right? We are so fortunate to have this house. But I guess metaphorically, the house is much bigger than just this. The house is us. It's in us. It's through us. And that is the beautiful part. And we are so grateful. What a gorgeous day. What a gorgeous day to be here. So tell your friends, come on out, join us here in the house, Be here. We are here mainly because we love the teaching of science of mind. And what we love more than anything else is the idea of the principles, the concepts, the core concepts and the principles that have brought us to where we are now. And we could stand here and do what Ernest Holmes told us was going to happen, and that is be too intellectual about this teaching. And he did say the tendency is to often get to be too intellectual. Well, last Sunday we went to a more somatic approach with Reverend Michelle and Ray Atkins and what was online. What we'd like to do and what we're trying to do is take the principles of this teaching, but show you them from a different aspect each time, okay? So that the presentation will be a little bit different, but the core concepts and the principles need to be seen through these other talks that we do, classes that we do. And all of the classes that we do, and there are a lot. We've got the shadow work starting on Tuesday. We've got Bill's class on awareness starting on Tuesday. Monday we have the Joseph Campbell coming up. We have the When Fear Speaks Listening book study coming up. We have Psalm Sunday. We do all these things in order to have a discussion around the principles that support us in living every day and living the lives we want to live, okay? All of those. If you want to talk about SOM principles, Psalm Sunday, 9 o'clock every morning. It's absolutely fantastic to join in. This year, we're doing the textbook again. Next year, I'm not sure what it's going to be. So that the talks that we bring you, the classes we bring you, are just to look at those principles in a different way, in how you can apply them to your life, to live your authentic life as you really, really want to live it. So, and you'll see that coming up. Next week we have a good friend of mine, Reverend Jackie LaBar, who was spent many years in Connecticut, at CSL in Connecticut, and now she's down in CSL Metro, down in Virginia. And I love Jackie, and she does a great job. She is going to speak on waking up as oneness, a really core principle that we have. And after that, we're going to be coming back after that in person, dealing with the Four Agreements, and the Four Agreements meets Science of Mind, and how those really, really useful tools that come out of the book, The Four Agreements, are in such alignment with what we know in this teaching and with our principles. And we're going to start today with, we have Bill Sarnowski, who's going to lead us into the conversation on awareness. Because without awareness, nothing happens. Without awareness, we don't understand the teaching. So this is going to be a little bit different. And if you saw any of the things that we put out, we want your participation. There'll be times Bill's going to start the talk, and then I will join him with some questions and invite you folks to ask questions. Okay, we want you to be aware enough to have a question on awareness. So we're going to play Stump Bill, is basically what this is going to be. So let me bring up Bill to get this started. Thanks.
This one also.
Okay, well, either way. This will be fine, this will be great, right? This is wonderful. Okay. Awareness. And I always start my programs off with awareness is your freedom. I must have gone through in my head 20 times easy, rehearsing what I was going to say. Anybody familiar with that? Rehearsing. Yeah. So I was aware of that. And I thought, oh, okay. Well, I'm aware of it. Thank you. And I said, you know what, that's just it. There goes that voice in my head again. There goes that, my thought. Is everything okay with this?
No, they're saying they can't hear you.
Okay, all right. Oh, online.
Online, yeah.
Okay. Is that the one?
Well, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
We're getting some nods.
We're getting nods? Okay, so this is good? I can, even if I go back a little bit more this way. I was just going to excuse myself, and I'm not going to do it. So there's another awareness, right? So awareness is, I think it's key to everything that you've been studying around spirituality, I'm talking, right? Or maybe anything, actually, in your life, but around anything. So I made some points here that I want to make so that we add to the conversation, because one thing I've learned, as much as I was always, I was aware of how much of a know-it-all I've been in my life, I don't know anything. I really don't know anything. I know, yes, no, that's not true. I know one thing. I am. And we can all say that with absolute certainty. I am. Yes? Yes. Absolutely. After that, you can't say anything that's absolutely certain. Why? Because things, life is always changing. Always. And that's good. It has to. That's why how it becomes what it is, life itself, or the world as we see it. I am remains the same. So, I'm going to use I am, I'm going to use consciousness, awareness, synonymously. Okay, because to me that's all the same, just different words for the being of what that is, the beingness. So, okay, so the known always changes, knowing, awareness never changes. Now we'll take a look at that. So what is it that you all want in life? What is, no matter what you want, truly what you want is peace and happiness, yes? Yes. You get a new house. Oh, I'm happy I got a new house, right? Oh, I might want a new spouse, or maybe a spouse, okay? A better one, maybe. Done that, okay? And guess what? That doesn't work. Take it from me. 3 times. But okay, but the point is that we've been trained, we've been domesticated, to believe that if I find the right thing, the right position in life, the right person, maybe even the right drug, I don't know, whatever that may be, we believe that if I get it, I'll be okay, right? And I'm sure everybody in this room I can bet on has tried to find some way to have peace and happiness in the objective world of objects or things or experiences. Yeah? Okay. So, awareness. So what is that? When I say awareness never changes, it's the one constant. As you look and you turn your attention inward, you'll notice that awareness is the one constant in your life experience. Okay. So the problem is, if you keep looking out there for what you want, you'll continually be disappointed because everything changes, yes? So if everything changes, it's going to go away, right? I don't care what it is. On the outside, it's going to change, and you're going to say, oh, damn. Well, let me see if I can find a better one. I love it because it's so funny. I've done this so many times. Okay, so it takes looking within to find peace and happiness, yes? And Ernest Holmes, Neil and I was discussing, he's probably not the first one to say this, but what you're looking for is what you're looking with. That's powerful. Matter of fact, it's so powerful you overlook it because it's quiet. At the same time, it's easy. It's grace. You don't always see that because you're so caught up in the world of what you've got to do, get, acquire, whatever. Right? Okay. So awareness, again, is your freedom. Being the beingness of aware. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but when there's the ness at the end of a word is the being of that. So awareness is a being, awareness is being aware. Or any other ness that on any word you put. It's the beingness of it. Little tidbit. Okay. Okay. So the thing is what you're looking for is you're looking with. What is that? Is it a thing? No. We can say awareness, talk about it as though it was a thing or is a thing, but it's not a thing. How can it be a thing? But yet it is an experience. And that's how you'll know it, is through your own experience, turning your attention inward. So, make sure I didn't miss anything here. Oh, yes, I did. Back page. Okay. So, we have, at least for me, I'm going to talk for myself, I've always believed that I was what I think, the images in my mind, my imagination, my feelings, my bodily sensations, yeah, and my perceptions. Always, that was me. That's who I am. And I developed this whole persona as Bill Sarnowski, believing, oh, this is me. Well, guess what? I fooled myself. It's not me. You're not any of that. You're not your thoughts. You're not your feelings. You're not your sensations. And you're not your perceptions. Once we have Q&A, you can debate me on that one. Okay, so you are the one that's aware that you have thoughts, yes? Right? You're the one who's aware that you have feelings. You're the one who is aware that your body, when you feel something in your body, sensations, and you're the one who perceives. So you could say you're the perceiver of what's perceived or what you're perceiving. And then ultimately, you're not even that. But I won't go there right now. That's as far as I'll go with that. Okay. Awareness, it's not a state of mind, but it's the recognition of the very nature of mind. I'll say that again. Awareness is not a state of mind, but is the recognition of the very nature of mind. So it kind of separates it out from mind. Now, we have different connotations of what mind means. Mostly I'm talking about the conditioned mind. I'm not talking about the mind, the one mind, as we do in Science of Mind. I'm talking about the conditioned mind, the one that you believe yourself to be. Okay. And notice I said believe. That's very important, that word. Okay. So you're not a skin bag full of thoughts and feelings and perceptions. You're the one that is aware of all those. You're aware of it, right? So awareness is always present, isn't it? We always say, oh, Be present. Be present. What does that mean to be present? To be aware. To be aware that you're aware. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about that later when Neil starts asking me questions. I think it'll show up. If not, okay. So, as you turn your attention inward, you'll start noticing all of the mental and emotional debris that gets in the way of knowing who you really are. Once you clear, it's not clearing away like you're getting rid of those emotions, those suppressed especially emotions, the belief systems, your concepts, your assumptions of who you think you are. It's not about getting rid of them, because you can't. But what you can do is you can kind of neutralize them. You can recognize them for what they are. A bundle of thoughts and feelings and perceptions. Now, from there, you start seeing things from a wider, more expanded point of view and who you really are. Okay, so the great secret of life is revealed, okay? You are everything you've been searching for. You're already it. We've been out there looking and searching. Where? Where do you go? How far do you go? You're already it. I am. If you just stop at I am and don't add anything to it, then you recognize that there's a presence and awareness of what you are. You are that. There's nowhere to go. Okay, so let's do some Q&A on this, okay?
Oh, I got my own stool. Yeah, you do. Wow. This is high stool. I have to sit at that floor.
There you go.
I just wanted to be very aware of where I was sitting. So, all right.
All right.
So, how does this tie back into principle? How does this bring us to what we know in this teaching? Well, one of the core concepts is something we say every day, every Sunday at least, and it would be nice if we said it every day and repeated it as a mantra. But you'll recognize this is from the core concepts, which, by the way, is on our website, cslnj.org. Principles are listed under About Us, and so are our core concepts. And under that it says, we believe that the kingdom of heaven is within us, and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. Right? We believe that having health states conscious experience in this lifetime. We say it all the time. But being conscious of it. So, Bill, how does awareness tie into consciousness? How does awareness work hand in hand? Are they the same thing?
Well, I did say that before, right? I said that to me, they're synonymous. If you're conscious of something, you're aware of that. Or if I'm aware of something, I'm conscious of it. Yeah? To me...
How do you become aware of your consciousness?
Well, are you talking about states of consciousness?
No, just how do you know what your consciousness is in order to be aware of it?
It's being aware that I'm aware, or conscious that I'm conscious. It's turning your attention back inward instead of out there, and noticing that in order for me to be aware, well, let me ask everybody here, are you aware? You think so? No, so you're thinking. You're thinking. Are you aware?
Sometimes I'm too aware.
Look, if you really, given that you understand the question, you have no alternative but to say yes. You're aware of everything that's going on. If you just look around or notice your body, notice the others in the room, notice the light coming through, notice whatever. Everything, the chair you're sitting on and on and on. It's, oh my God. You can go on forever with that. But the point is that you're aware of it, yes? Now the other question, next question is who's the one that's aware of that? I am. Good. Exactly. I am. as awareness, I am aware that I'm aware. I am the one who is aware. Okay? So yes, so that's where we're going to consciousness. Your question is consciousness. How does awareness tie into it? Is that what pretty much you're asking?
Well, yeah,
Or
in order to be aware, and we've said it all many, many times, is that, how are you aware of what your consciousness is? How do you know what your consciousness is? Just look at your life around you. This is what you're demonstrating, and we've always said you can't now demonstrate your consciousness.
right.
So staying very aware of what your consciousness is key.
Being aware of it. Yeah. What is?
See what your life is.
Yes. You become more aware. It's like I was driving over here today, and I had at least 20 opportunities to be conscious and be aware of what was there in my consciousness. Like the son of a, that was turning and taking forever to make a right turn. Like that. Or the woman who was walking down the street and she had a butt, but, my eyes, I was like, okay. I mean, but that's what was there. But the thing was, it's a good thing I became aware because there was a car parked that I didn't see it. Okay. But that's just a couple of, that stick out. Okay. Okay. Yes, go ahead. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Eckhart Tolle says thinking without awareness is the main dilemma of human existence. Thinking without awareness is the main dilemma of human existence.
So what does he mean by that? The main dilemma without awareness, right? What does he mean?
Thinking without awareness.
If you're not aware of the program that's within you or as you've been believing in, then that will run you. Right? That will run you to the point where you'll do whatever is in that program. Until you become aware of it, you shed the light of awareness on that, it begins to lose its power. And in some instances, it could be done in a snap. For most of us, it's a kind of a gradual chipping away.
Yeah, you're
running
on an old program.
You're running on an old program, a belief system. Yeah.
Revision 101, 102.
Okay, good.
That's why we're here. To get that new
It's
upgrade in
right,
software.
right. Look. No, whether we're talking about science of mind, if we're talking about Buddhism or Zen, and on and on and on, Christianity, the message underneath all of it is the same. Okay, and the message is that you are not. Well, first of all, you are not who you think you are. You're not that. If you don't know that, you're asleep. And that's what we talk about, waking up, right? So it's the main dilemma if you're not aware of what's running you inside, it will continue to be it's almost like a tyrant, you will live within the tyranny of that program. And then you'll be pissed off, sorry, but you will be at what the world for why it's not performing or giving you what you want. You'll think it's something out there that's doing it to you. And guess what? That makes you a what? A victim. Exactly. So, go ahead. Yeah.
Says that awareness is the greatest agent for change. So awareness is the only thing that's going to allow you to notice that you're running on an old program.
Well, what can you change if you're not aware of that which you need to change? It will just keep doing the same thing over and over again. You'll be on the wheel.
It's also said that it's more important to be aware than to be smart.
Yeah.
Any questions? Anybody out
Yeah.
there? Anything to say? Joe?
There's one online. Cindy says, so is consciousness another word for mindfulness? Paying attention to what I'm paying attention to.
So Cindy asks, is consciousness
Consciousness, another word for
another word for mindfulness? Cindy, that's very good, because that's one of the questions
Yes,
I have on the sheet.
it is.
So,
It is.
Yeah. What do you think, Bill? Because we teach mindfulness meditation. It's a great meditation to have. It's a great way to live. I'm living a mindful life.
How do we interpret mindfulness? What does that look
The
like?
question is consciousness and mindfulness the same thing?
Yeah.
And where does awareness key in with those?
Well, if we talk about consciousness as all the experiences that we've accumulated, like our state of consciousness, of all the beliefs and whatever we've accumulated along the way, and we need to be aware of those or mindful of those, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? To me, it still comes back to, as I said in the beginning, it's all synonymous. To me, I love the word because it describes best being aware, that I'm aware. We're all aware. We know that experience. I don't know when I say consciousness what that means to you, but consciousness doesn't do it for me, okay? I'm not saying it's right or wrong, it's just how I interpret things. So is it the same? Yeah, I guess so, because you need to be conscious of, aware of, or be mindful of that which is running you. That which, or be conscious or aware of that which you are then also. It's not just about what, being caught up in the program, but it's about being aware of who I am, to keep recognizing, oh, I am aware. I am the presence. I'm it. And I'm using words, and I know they're finite, so it's very difficult to use words to describe, finite words to describe the infinite. As a matter of fact, it's impossible. But we try to get close to that, yes?
Well,
Go ahead.
You take care of what you're aware of, but it's what you're not aware of that's controlling you.
Right. Yes.
Well, it's not really, it's not really a question, it's a thought that mindfulness to me seems to be the application of consciousness. That's if I made any separation at all, that's what would come to me, is the application, actual use, the actual doing of the being.
Yeah, Ty is saying that
Yeah.
mindfulness is the application of consciousness. Got it.
Okay.
Any
Well,
questions?
yeah. Go ahead. More questions.
I have more of a statement. Listening to Ty, I think mindfulness, and you might be saying the same thing with different words. I'm sitting thinking it's observation, it's observing.
Mindfulness is observation.
Yeah, observing of, and I don't think it comes with judgment.
Right, it's just observation, no objection. Right. And Giovanna is saying that, mindfulness is observation. Well, one of the interesting things is that when we teach meditation and we get into that, we talk about the fact that, you are not your thoughts, okay? That you are the thinker of the thought, and that thought can't be changed at the level of thought, just like Einstein said a problem can't be solved by the same mind that created it, right? So that if you are the thinker of the thought, where do you go in order to find the thinker of the thought and change the thought? You have to get to the gap between the thoughts.
Yeah.
But you need to, this is where awareness comes in, that you're operating from the level of thought. So the beautiful part about mindfulness is that you get into that gap between the thoughts, which is the role of the observer, right? If you can observe your thoughts, you can change your thoughts. And the great part about a meditation practice, okay, is that you become very aware of when you're not in that place, right? All of these things, as we've said, it's a peace practice, it's a meditation practice, it's something that has to go on all the time. More?
Yeah, I wanted to share something that Bill has said to me. I've heard him say before.
You know what, let me give you the microphone.
Yeah, the mic. Yep.
You're not
Projecting?
tied so long.
Okay. I want to share something that I've heard Bill say before, and it's a different kind of practice. When we think of meditation, we think of taking time, sitting down, being quiet. But Bill yourself throughout the day, am I aware? Am I aware? Am I aware? So you don't have to be sitting on your meditation cushion or anything like that. And I've been doing that, and it's talk about rewiring the train of thought, the old pattern of thinking, and that is a really good way to just stop it even before it becomes a problem. Just do it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That is a great practice that I've used now for several years.
Can you just repeat that practice again?
Yes, I will. Well, I'm going to just go back a little bit and say, I asked you the question before, are you aware? And most of you said yes, understanding what I had asked in the question. And then I said, well, okay, so the question is a thought, am I aware? And then you look and search, you go to your thoughts, your feelings, whatever, and you say, no, it's not that, because they're all fleeting. How can that be me? You don't do all that, but I'm exaggerating it. And then you realize, oh, I'm aware that I'm aware. Yeah, the answer is yes. You're saying yes, but there's a gap. There's a gap between the question and the answer. It could be a nanosecond, but there's a gap. Pay attention to the gap, because that's where you actually reside. That's where you are. That's who you are. In the gap. The quiet stillness. So many words for it, right? But that part of you, okay? So the practice is numerous times throughout the day is to take short moments and ask yourself, am I aware? Oh, yeah, I am. And then move on and do that throughout your day, because now you're turning your attention away from the outside world, and you're turning it inward, and you recognize presence, your presence, the presence you are, not the individual presence that you are. And awareness, by the way, it's not your awareness, my awareness, and your awareness. No, awareness is like the space in this room. Collapse the walls, and the space in the room is the same space that's outside. So it's all one space. There's only one awareness, one God, call it what you want, Yahweh, whatever. Call it what you want.
All right, let me wrap this up with another quote from Eckhart Tolle, which I think
There is one other thing I want to say, but go ahead.
is good.
Go ahead.
With awareness there comes choice, and so you are able to say, I allow this moment to be as it is, and then, suddenly, where before there was irritation, there is now a sense of aliveness and peace, and out of that comes right action.
Yes. So that's why, for me, this letting go process that I'm going to be doing on Tuesday night, and that's that book also by Dr. Hawkins, is to have a powerful, it's simple, but powerful way to deal with what gets in the way, that mental, emotional debris from having you be who you are. Remember, you don't have to be who you are, because you're already it, right? So don't try to be something, then you're just trying to be something you're not at that point. But no, just you remove what's in the way, and automatically, or even better, naturally, you are. And you'll notice who you really are, the peace, the quiet, and so on. I have the inherent qualities of awareness are first, ever present. It's always present. Never goes away. Did it go away when you were 5 years old, you were present? When you're 10, 15, 20, 30, 100, whatever, if you're that far, at least at my age, at 80, you recognize the awareness that I am now is the same awareness when I was 5 or 3 or whatever. It's the same awareness, okay? So it's always present. So it's unlimited also. It's immutable. I love that word, immutable. Never changes, always remains the same. And it's imperturbable. Imperturbable peace. Yes, we do that practice. Now, if you knew yourself as that, how would you live your life? Promise you would live it way different than you're living it. And not all of you, but some of you where you know where you're, at least in the areas that you get stuck. Let's say that, okay? Yeah, all right, so thank you. And by the way, if any of you would like to be in the class on Tuesday night, you can sign up. No, they can't sign up here, right? Go online. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, good. And then you can use that and you can sign up. So I'd love to have you come join us Tuesday night, 7:30. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I don't know where this really goes, but that should be about it. And that.
Take your furniture.
Yep.
All right, so let's just take this into prayer. And one thing I do know, and I am very aware of, is there is one mind. And in that one mind, each and every being on this plane is of that one mind. And just like we say, I don't have faith in God, I have the faith of God. I know that I am, and each of us is, a beautiful, exquisite expression of that one mind. And I know that I keep this in my awareness, knowing that I have nothing to fear, knowing that there is absolutely this good, this peace, this stillness that comes from that one mind. I know, I live it, I count on it, I trust it. Anytime that any doubt comes in or any fear comes in, I know it's an illusion of separateness, because there is never any separateness from this one mind that I call God, this one creative intelligence. And as I open and allow and surrender to it, I live a glorious life. I live in the present, where all of the joy exists. So in this knowing, in this knowing of awareness that is always there, I speak these words with gratitude that's unending. And I release these words in that gratitude, into that power and presence, the love and the law that all makes it possible, that is that one mind, and that always says yes. So please join me in surrendering this word to that power and presence by saying, and so it is.
So it is. I invite you to stay there for a bit. Breathing in. Allow your being to be. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening. 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 I am open. I am open. I am open to you. I am open. I am open.
am listening, listening. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening. I am open. I am open. I am open to you. I am open. I am open. I am open to you. I am open. I am open. I am open to you. I am open. I am open. I am open to you. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening. Come through me, Spirit. I am listening, listening.
Yes. At the Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, we believe in empowering individuals to discover their inner strength and their connection to divine life. Through our supportive community, transformative workshops, and uplifting services, we provide a safe space for personal growth and spiritual exploration. Whether you're seeking clarity, healing, or a deeper understanding of life's mysteries, our center offers practical tools and timeless wisdom to help you thrive. Join us in creating a more diverse, compassionate, and kind world. Your world, the way you want to create it.